What's interesting is that like when you say happy, when anyone says happy, you're like, how can you disagree with that? Everybody wants to be happy, but a lot of why people run into problems when they're seeking happiness is because happiness is not the emotion that you want to go for. Happiness is always a 5-minute emotion. It comes and goes. You experience it, but it's a thrill and then it kind of wears off very quickly. If you hear a funny joke, you go to a comedy show, it's funny. You laugh at a joke for 20 seconds and then it's not that funny anymore. What you want to go for, I think, is contentment. And a lot of people, like money can buy a good life. But when you imagine yourself with the new house, the new car, the nice vacation, when you dream about those making you happy, what you're actually envisioning is yourself being content with those things. You envision yourself on the beach in Maui being content with it. And that's why it feels so good. The feeling that you want, the feeling that you're actually chasing, whether you know it or not, it's not happiness, it's contentment. And I think that little shift too is because most people are out there seeking happiness, but they're like, I don't feel that much better than I used to. Because what you actually want to seek is what my grandmother-in-law had, which was being content with the little bit that she had. And that's why she was so happy. And maybe again, that's the wrong word, but she was content. She was perfectly content with her very simple, very basic, boring life, boring in other people's eyes. She was content. And that's why a lot of people would look at her, including me, with a sense of envy is probably the right word. How did you do that? How are you so happy? It's because she was content with what she had.
Mm. I was thinking about the goals that I wrote in my diary at 18 years old, where I said that I wanted to be a millionaire, girlfriend, Range Rover, six pack. And actually, when I envisaged that life, what I envisaged was contentment.
Yes,
I imagined that
everyone
I would
everyone
be
does.
content.
When you imagine yourself driving in the Ferrari and you're like, "Oh, that would be so great." What you're actually imagining yourself is yourself in a Ferrari being content with that Ferrari. But what ends up happening is when if you are in the Ferrari, you're like, "Oh, look at that Lambo. Oh,
Yeah.
that's nicer than mine, isn't it?" You're not content with it.
When I get the Lambo, I will be content.
Right, and then you want the Rolls Royce, whatever it is. Like, you're always whether you know it or not, that's what you're actually seeking, is you just wanna be content with what you have because that's true joy.
How does one be content now?
People have been talking about that for thousands of years. The philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer has this quote that I love. He said, "If you only wanna be happy, that is very easy to achieve, but people wanna be happier than other people, and that is much more difficult." I think that's what it is. It's like so much of it is just a comparison game. And for a lot of people, it's like, I don't necessarily want a nice house. What I want is a house that's nicer than yours. I don't necessarily want an expensive car. I want a car that's more expensive than yours.